So I got this really interesting question. It's basically, what type of sport or activity could benefit the most from kettlebell training? And off the top of my head, I'm going to think that this is a lot to do with anything rotational or unilateral work, especially stuff with wrestling, MMA, jiu-jitsu, all sorts of stuff like that, like baseball, tennis, things like that. Because when you're training with a barbell, I mean, yes, barbell can get you very, very powerful, very, very strong, but at the same time, it trains you to use both arms at the same time, usually both legs at the same time. You can do cleans with heavy kettlebells, or you can do a single arm clean snatch with a heavy kettlebell in multiple angles. You can do clean from between the legs, clean from one side, and that's what I think it makes it incredibly beneficial for these sports, especially like combat stuff, MMA and, boxing, anything like that you're using a lot of torso rotation stability like that, which you don't really get with a barbell. And you could say you do dumbbells and you could do similar moves with that. But the problem about dumbbells is they get in the way. When you get stronger and you pick a heavier weight, they get larger. That's the thing. The size and their shape get in the way of athletic movements. So certain things like jiu-jitsu, let's get back to that. You're fighting another person, and that person is counteracting and applying forces in different angles, and that's what kettlebells are so good at. Especially just think about overhead. You get a barbell, a dumbbell overhead, and it's pretty well balanced. Now with a kettlebell, that weight is hanging off the back of your arm. Okay, so in the rack position, you're holding that kettlebell, and it wants to go to one side. So already, you're getting a little bit more proprioception. I can't say the most, but you're getting more proprioception with that kettlebell that wants to rotate, and you have to figure out what to do. It's not just strength with kettlebells that you're building. You're building a lot more stabilization, just due to the shape and its offset nature. So I think that's one of the biggest things is for sports. Like I said, there's a lot of things you can check out check out Weck Method, and David Weck. There's a lot of stuff that they're utilizing with kettlebells and clubs and things like that can really, really help you with all those things. Baseball, they have a whole wing of Weck Method, I believe ran by Marlon Byrd, who was an all-star in Major League Baseball for a long time. Good dude, and shows really, really cool stuff with, kettlebells and clubs and pulsers and all sorts of stuff like that. So anyway, I think that's one of the best things you can use with kettlebells as a dominant tool for those sports. Oh, one more thing. Cycling. Cycling is incredible. If you're using barbells only for getting stronger during cycling, that's a thing. We want to be able to produce extended wattage. So you're putting out power for a very long time, and your feet are not doing the same thing at the same time. That's the thing. So if you're squatting with a barbell, I think it would be better to do lunges or different things like that, single leg, stuff like that. And that's what's great about kettlebells is you can do hand-to-hand, alternating, lots of different things like that. And it's going to focus on building power and absorption and not just constantly holding that weight, which cycling is incredible because your feet are never in the same spot. You have two, basically, circles that are going, at opposite intervals. So anyway, cycling is wonderful. Kettlebells are absolutely incredible for cycling. So cycling, MMA, running, incredibly good. Trail running, kettlebells I'm going to say they're absolutely the best thing that you can do. So anyway, those are a couple things that I would think that kettlebells would be the best choice for.